Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and share this video. We got an interesting topic today, and I wanted to go live to talk about this topic. And it's a very interesting deal. We want to talk about the 10 best cities to drive for. Doordash right now. Matter of fact, let me put my headset on, get everything in order. You got so many content creators that's doing live stream ride-alongs at this moment. And before we go any further, we like to let you know that we are the hosts of Take It to the Streets live morning show, bringing the best content that we can bring to our viewers. So I've been noticing and I've been watching a lot of content creators are doing live morning shows and people being spread out among the platform. But nevertheless, you probably get a chance to see this later. We're going to go ahead with our content. So, we're looking at the title, 10 Best Places to DoorDash. Top 10 cities for DoorDashers in 2024. We're going to do a research and case study this year, during the course of the year. And we're going to share what our results will be to you. Where we're going to go first is that we're going to have a content creator as well as a blogger, as well as an informative news channel that has years of reputation of viable content, reliable content for the viewers. So I would like to go to the Rideshare Guy. I want to be able to do a documentary of this gentleman that has given so much to our community, has given so much value to many drivers in the rideshare business, as well as in the food delivery business, as well as any gig apps for any gig worker out there. So when you go to his page, ladies and gentlemen, and that's where we're getting this information from, we will read certain key points of this blog. We will discuss it, we will give our perspective on it, and then we will share valuable information for you. There's been a whole lot of ruckus about the EBT program. There's been a back and forth issue between drivers, as if we in a debate about, is the program trash or is the program treasure? We all know that it is market dependent. We all also know that it's decision making as well. So, to no further ado, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation. Best places to DoorDash. Here he's talking about a high volume of orders, of being in the area of high volume of orders are the keys to making money with DoorDash or any other platform that deal with the gig apps: DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Lyft, Uber, food delivery, rideshare, medical courier, cargo van business, pallet business, whatever gig work that you're doing. Either you on the road or either you at home doing a remote job. So this 10-minute blog that we are reading, it was updated December the 6th, 2023, which means this content right here and this information is not old. Harry Campbell had this business for a decade, ladies and gentlemen, because he started in 2014. It's 2024. Good morning, TFT. How you doing this morning? We appreciate having you in the room today. We want to talk about the 10 best cities for DoorDash drivers in 2024. And we documenting as a historian for our history books and for our history of the gig community will be Harry Campbell, the Rideshare Guy. He has a lot of content creators that's over there that does episodes. He has a proven track record and a high profile resume. We're going to talk about some of his credentials in here. In his blog, it says DoorDash is the most popular food delivery app in the United States. The service counts over 7,000 major cities in its coverage area and is under continual expansion into new markets. Okay, right there. The key word in that sentence or in that paragraph: DoorDash is the most popular food delivery app in the US. DoorDash is the dominant food delivery app in the United States. When we had this snow and ice storm that came here in the city of Memphis, and I hope that you can hear me. You can hear me pretty good. If not, let me know. And when they temporarily shut DoorDash down, my phone was blowing up as if I was at the DoorDash headquarters in San Francisco, California. The most frequently asked question was this here: are you dashing? Or are you having a hard time getting on the platform? And when you get on the platform, do you see this picture here that says error occur, unable to dash? I went ahead and I responded. Yes, I already knew about it was going to happen because I had received a notification beforehand. And I was hoping that other drivers had received that notification as well. But I told them that Uber is still operating. Grubhub, they're still operating. As I even came out and dashed that night during the beginning of the snowstorm or winter storm that happened here in this city. And good thing that second wave didn't come here, because if it had it would have paralyzed this city. Our water just now turned on in the city. They had lifted the ban on the uses of the water. Now people can use water again. All right, with telling that story, this vlog and doing this live stream, we discovered that Doordash is the most dominant app. There's more drivers that single app than multi-app. Is the discovery that we found out. We had always knew that was the case, but the truth finally came to the light. We so often told you about in this area here is super saturated. It's super saturated because you got drivers that has 2 to 3 DoorDash accounts, and they were not on no other apps but DoorDash. A lot of those drivers I have discovered, and what I mean by discovered, 2 years ago, these drivers was confessing to it without saying it directly, but indirectly. Their pockets was hurting because they wasn't able to get on the platform and wasn't able to make any money. They didn't have Grubhub. They didn't have Uber Eats. They didn't have Amazon Flex. They didn't have Lyft. They didn't have Uber. They didn't have Walmart, Spark. So with that being said, those was the ones that was blowing up my phone as if it was a hot line. These were the ones that had multiple DoorDash accounts on multiple phones. They weren't able to make any money. So I suggested them this day that you start signing up for other apps and stop dirty apping on the most dominant food delivery app in the United States of America. That's why this area is super saturated, and the market is super saturated because of it. I hope that these drivers had learned a lesson and sign up for other apps. Go and do research and learn more about how to start your own business to where you can get these contracts and you don't have to necessarily work for DoorDash. That's why we are in this space. Now we're going to go ahead and finish talking about this blog here that Harry Campbell, he is the sole owner of the Rideshare Guy. He was an engineer making $100,000 a year, or over $100,000 a year. He quit that job and started blogging. And he came into this niche. And he has a high profile track record and resume. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this. He tells us about the 10 top cities, ladies and gentlemen. To DoorDash in 2024. I want to talk about it as well. This article that he written, his staff written, last year, December the 6th, 2023, means they had to get research, they had to do a case study, and they had to find news articles talking about this subject that I'm talking about today. And we're going to go over it. I'm going to give you my perspective in this case study as well as a research on what's going to happen in 2024. Let's go ahead and talk about these 10 best cities. I'm going to read them off and then I'm going to go over them one by one. San Francisco, California. Houston, Texas. Dallas, Texas. Phoenix, Arizona. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, New York, New York. We have 3 existing programs that are active right now. The Diamond Program, which is infamously known as the Earn Per Offer. The EBT program consists of Earn by Time and Earn Per Offer features. Got 2 features, 2 modes, the EBT program. And the Dasher Reward Pilot Program, aka known as the tier program, starting off at the fiscal year, the second fiscal quarter of the fiscal year of 2024. This is what I want to share with you on my perspective. When we get ready to talk about these 10 cities, I'm going to let you know right now which areas that I know of are in one of these 3 programs. San Francisco, far as I know, the information I gathered 2 weeks ago, Diamond Program. Prop 22. Houston, Dallas, far as I know. Somebody may let me know within the live chat, or they may let me know later on. Diamond Program. Phoenix, Arizona. And I think, but don't hold me to this, that a driver told me they was on EBT. EBT had just hit there. But I'm going to recheck and make sure. And I will give you an update on these cities, because I'm going to do a case study and I will be doing update information, a revised version of what I'm giving you today. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, EBT. Atlanta, Georgia, EBT. Los Angeles, California. There it is. San Francisco Bay Area is on the tier system. There it is. Appreciate it, TFT. And also a new addition of a new content creator. Congratulations to you, TFT. I've seen 2 of your videos and you're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Per Doordash Pilot update a month or so ago. Okay, it was updated right at the same time. Los Angeles, California. They also is in the new tier program. So San Francisco and Los Angeles is in the new tier program. Chicago is up under EBT. And I don't know about New York, but they had that new law that was passed for them on their proposition on how much money they will be making minimum wage, which is right at $30 an hour, right? Well, why did you point out these cities and why did you talk about these programs in these cities? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's been written in black and white that they are the 10 top cities to DoorDash in for 2024. It didn't mean there are the only cities you can make money, but they the best, the most lucrative, considered super metro market. More orders than it is drivers can contain. That's what it means. All right, so we're going to go ahead and now we're going to get into each one at a time. For instance, San Francisco, California has over 3,500 restaurants, ladies and gentlemen, on the DoorDash app with a 74% market share. That's a lot of restaurants, ladies and gentlemen. Compared to here, that is a super metro market. Content creator that's in that area, they making good money. I don't know a content creator that's from there, but I know there's one there because I was told. DoorDash is also DoorDash headquarter base. I think Uber headquarter base is also in San Francisco, California. If not, TFT will be correcting me in a few minutes. All right. DoorDashers, because of the high population, huge number of restaurants, and a state minimum wage of $15.50. But that's not what drivers are making there. The Prop 22 is in California, right? So according to the statistics, San Francisco Dashers earn up to $30.55 an hour according to Indeed. But according to Glassdoor, DoorDash gig workers report an average hourly wage of $25 to $28 in the San Francisco market. So Harry got that information from Indeed and also Glasgow, along with other news articles that's dealing with the Prop 22, which I will not discuss in today's episode. So anywhere between $25 to $28 an hour is what the average DoorDash driver is making. Let's go to Houston, Texas. Houston have over 800 restaurants on the DoorDash app. Top paid Houston drivers can see up to $28.55 an hour based on Indeed data. Then we're going to talk about Glassdoor data. These are news articles that the Rideshare Guy, when he wrote this blog, got that information from them. And as I'm discussing this information, everyone know where I'm getting my information from, because this is a case study as well as research for information purposes, educational purpose, so we can be able to make better decisions on the knowledge that we are receiving, so we can maximize our earnings in our markets. Anywhere from $24 an hour to $28.55 an hour is the average that drivers are making, except for the top drivers is making $28.55 and more. Now, when I do my deeper case study, I'm going to find out, is it EBT? Is it the new tier system, or is it still under the diamond? Because we know the diamond program is going to be phased out. Then it's going to be EBT, and then this tier system. Okay. So the things are in the cities, to where it's different marketing, it's different programs in different cities, determine on drivers' decision making is how they're going to be able to maximize their earnings, or they're going to be losing a profit, right? Let's move on and talk about Dallas. But they said there's conflicting reports on the DoorDash market share in Dallas area, anywhere between 11% to 56%, right? But it has over 1,000 participating Dashers restaurants in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Been in Dallas before, it's huge. I've been there before. So I can imagine you can make pretty good money there. I know some drivers that were here, they relocated to Dallas because they said it was more money. So the top paid Dashers can make $29.50 an hour based on Indeed data. Glassdoor, not Glasgow, but Glassdoor reports there is an average of $20. So anywhere from $20 an hour to $29.50 an hour is the range where average drivers are supposed to be making in dollars. But we know there are drivers that make more. The top earners, the top go-getters, because you're a top earner don't always mean you're a top dash, but the top go-getters. And matter of fact, since we talked about top dash, since it's on my mind right now, you had cherry pickers that said, look, I'm not on my AR rating is not high, which means that I'm not a top dasher. Yeah, you're not a top dasher statistic wise because your AR don't qualify you as that statistic wise in black and white, but you have 100% completion rate, 100 and a 5-star rating as a customer rating. So those ratings are top dasher ratings, except you use the AR to drop so low so them orders can get past the other drivers so you can get the best offers, ladies and gentlemen. That was the loophole. People get mad all they want, but that's the loophole. That's the truth. So that's the reason why you hear drivers said, I'm a top earner. You know, I'm not a top dasher, but I'm a top earner. You got the same statistics, or even higher than some top dashers. The only difference is the AR rating is high and the other one AR rating is real low. Is how the difference that drivers make their money. Okay. So let's proceed forward. We just got through talking about Dallas, right? We're going to Phoenix, Arizona. Whoops. It disappeared just like that. Let me do it again. Let me go to it again. We're going to Phoenix, Arizona. I know something about Phoenix, Arizona. I know several drivers in Phoenix, Arizona. We communicate on a regular basis. Phoenix got something else going on over there. You got a group of gig drivers that's dominating the airport area. They dominating Walmart Spark. They dominating areas that these other drivers used to dominate. We're not going to get into that story too tough. If you want to find out that information, you can look at Uber Lyft Phoenix. His name is Aaron. You can check out Uber Jeep AZ. His name is Jeff, if you want to find out more about that information. All right. Similar to California Proposition, Arizona has in place a Arizona Proposition 206. That means I'm going to have to do some research. The prop is also known as the Fair Wages and Healthy Family Act, which raises the minimum wage to $13.85 in the state of Arizona. And then the prop extends the wage protection to gig workers for Doordash and similar service like Instacart, Amazon Flex, and Postmate. It's real lucrative there. They didn't go in detail. He didn't go in detail what the ranges were in this market. So that means I got to do deeper research, deeper case study. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where Gig Wars official Red is at. Flex is in New Jersey. Kim is in New Jersey. Their market is not mentioned, but their market is very lucrative. But the EBT is in New Jersey as well. So the EBT is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It has over 2,600 restaurants in the DoorDash network. We have seen top paid dashers in that area make $27.90 in an hour. And that's according to the salary data from glass door. But the average DoorDash drivers earn $20 an hour. That sounds about right. Then we got Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. It has over 2,000 restaurants using the DoorDash delivery and takeout app. And it says that the highest paid DoorDash drivers make $37 per hour in Washington, D.C., is according to Indeed. Glassdoor, $17, anywhere from $17 an hour to $37. Interesting. Wow. Atlanta, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. That's where my appealing life as a content creator, he dashes there. That's where he makes his money. He has over 27 gig apps. Well, Miko the entrepreneur did an interview with him yesterday. That's how I found out that information. So Atlanta has over 1,200 restaurants. I may make a visit there because I have some in-laws staying there. So may do a visit, do a little bit of research and case study, find out what's going on there. But Atlanta's on EBT. All right. Los Angeles, California. We know that's the new tier program there under Prop 22. Chicago, Illinois. Content creator PJ the Hustler. And if I'm correct, Dash and Q are the two content creators I know that's out of Chicago, Illinois. EBT is the program there. Chicago highest paid dashers make $28.75 an hour. Average anywhere between $23 to $32 an hour. Now, this was the statistics that was made last year, ladies and gentlemen, which means this article has to be updated. Because at that time, EBT wasn't in Chicago, Illinois when this report was done. EBT was not in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at that time. The tier program was not in Los Angeles, California or San Francisco, California at that time. So there's been some changes since then. And New York. And they said that the top paying dashers there is $38.70 per hour. That was last year when this article was written. I'm not going to go into I could go into the best states while we're here as well. What are the best states for DoorDash drivers? California is number 1. Texas is number 2. Arizona is number 3. And wow, then it just goes off the map right there. So, with the information that I have received from the articles and blog that comes from the Rideshare Guy, and he do very thorough research and case studies, put in a whole lot of work and time into doing these blogs. Why did you go talking about the best cities? What was your purpose for talking about the best cities? What is the meaning of talking about this topic? The purpose is to get drivers to understand about is market dependent, and the difference in everybody's market and the similarities in everybody's market, to where drivers are still getting these catering orders in markets where other drivers isn't. What's the active time? Okay, Charles, the active time, I think what you asking is, and I hope I'm correct, you asking what is active time? Let me see, can I pull my phone up? Because we own EBT as well. EBT came to my area in June. Let me pull it up right quick, and I'm going to share with you about active time. You in Omaha, Nebraska, right, Charles? So are you still up under the Diamond program? Now, EBT, this is what EBT look like. I hope that you could, I might have to change it. Let's try to show it like this first. See, can you see it? No, you can't see it. We're going to have to change it. Let me change the settings. All right. Should be able to see that better. This is what EBT look like for those who don't know, and for those whose market is not in at this moment. That shows South Haven Olive Branch. This says earn by time, earn per order. When you own the earn by time slot, it's going to show $15.50 per active hour versus that it was $13.50 earlier. That means there is a peak pay of $2 on EBT, which is earned by time, a peak pay of $1 on EPO. See if you can see it. I got it toggled right now on EBT. There goes the peak pay right here. It says $2. Once I hit it right here, it shows $1. That's the difference. Now, every market in every zone don't have a avalanche of catering orders. You may have to go into a different market that have an avalanche of catering orders. And you got competition out here. So let me use my super saturated market, and I'm gonna finish answering that question, because that active time has a mathematical formula. And by being able to understand what that formula is, you can maximize your earnings during peak hours. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that right now, because you asked that question. I only answered part one to that question. There was somebody that asked a question similar to yours today. I'm going to go to the notification. Seth commented, if you are in an inner city area with high traffic, I can see EBT being lucrative as long as all your orders are short distance. This is a misconception. This driver is misinformed. You don't maximize your earnings on short distance with EBT. You maximize your earnings on longer distance. I'm not talking about 20 miles. I'm talking about longer distance between 6.8 to right at 9.8 miles, right? This was the answer I gave him, Charles. Thank you for sharing your perspective, but the ideal is to aggressively attack the no-tip zones for higher base pay during peak hours. Now, you asked me a question about active time. That active time is really a minimum wage or how much you make that out. But when I done seen peak pays that push that active hourly wage up to $26.50 in different zones. How you doing today, Hulk Smash, man? And yes, we got some good surprises for people that we're doing. He's the co-host to the Doordash Revolution channel, and he's doing a fabulous job as he practices every day his business etiquette, customer service, quality customer service, and excellent professionalism. Those are the keys in getting tips too. You see, there are certain things you can do, and that customer give you a tip. I mean, legally, not illegal. Legally do. Business etiquette, quality customer service, excellent professionalism, communication, respect your client are the 5 tips that you can use in order to maximize your earnings on tips with customers that's not tipping. I didn't say every customer, but those customers, a portion of them that wasn't tipping, will tip. I done proved it time after time again. So Charles, with the active hours, is like a minimum wage there, but it's prorated. If you don't make that out, you being paid a prorated amount per minute. That's what that is, Charles. That's what that is. So I'm glad you asked. So I'm going to use my community post for an example. Are you going to do the tier system, TFT? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. That is a good question to ask, TFT. That's a good question. Check this out. I'm getting ready to go to my community post on the day that we had ice all over the ground. You can also go to my video that talks about I was dashing in the snow. But let's go ahead and go to the community post. And this guy was coming from the community post. It coincides with the question Charles is asking. But I have to go to the community post to break it down if Charles is still here. And for new viewers and first-time viewers that's tapping in and tapping out. All right, we're going to go to the community post right quick. And all right. My community post. Check that out if you haven't checked that out. We got some new things going on in the community post. This is what I want to talk about right here. I could go there to earn by time if I want to there, but I want to go to the one that I did. Yeah, that I did during the snow. This is it right here, and I'm going to pull it up. Now, there's a prorated amount if Charles is still here. Good afternoon, Tasha Green. How you doing? We're glad to have you as always. I done heard different content creators trying to figure out how the DoorDash Revolution can make his money and other drivers on the EBT. They won't go to my playlist. And I done updated my playlist, ladies and gentlemen, where it looks more professional now. They won't go to the playlist and check out the deep red dispatch system because that's where the answer is right there. But just like Nate Dogg said, it's time for me to break out my notepad, pen, and paper now because of the information that's there. I haven't been able to dash for the past weekend because most of the slots during the day are 30-minute slots and the remaining mostly late night slots. You must not be a top dasher, Tosh. Are you a top dasher? She hadn't answered that question. She answered it in a minute. While I'm waiting on her to answer the question, I'm gonna finish answering Charles. We're gonna go to the community post tab, but what I was talking about, the answer is right here, the deep red dispatch system. You have to study that information. Yes, I was a top dasher unless they must have took it away. See, I did a video to where I was a top dasher for 2 weeks, and they recalled 3,500 top dashers during that month, and I was one of them. My acceptance rating is 65. Well, you're not a top dasher. My customer rating is this. Well, you're not a top dasher. See, I'm gonna tell you how come I can tell when people not a top dasher. Because they're gonna have the same question you just asked just then. You're not able to. You got to schedule now. Basically, you got to schedule, and even when you try to schedule, you're still not able to schedule. You had to schedule way ahead of time. That's the number one indicator that you're not a top dasher. Reason why I said it, because when I first done this case study, I did it as a non-top dasher. And I'm gonna tell you now, I lost 60% of my earnings not being a top dasher in the EBT program. Now, Tasha, down there in Jayville, are you on the EBT there? See, I'm here to help drivers, not try to humiliate drivers and everything, because see, where one person might not have that information, that's where I can give you that information due to my experience and perspective. That's why I do a case study and research. So that's not belittling anyone. I'm sharing information, want to help drivers be able to survive in this game right here of making money on these gig apps. Yeah, I noticed that now. It's just that I have a full-time job and I do Doordash part-time during the weekends. Not sure why they would take it. Well, you may have to go back and check your historical data. See, do you actually have those 100 deliveries? They pulled me because I missed it by one. 3,500 other drivers was in the same boat as me. I did a video on it too, talking about it. I was top dasher for 2 weeks. They took it. I called them. We went back and forth. They put me back on. And a few days after that, they took me back off. Had that phone call conversation. They said, you missed it by one. I went back to check. Sure enough, they was right. I missed it by one. So, I don't mind sharing my experience that other drivers can relate to, because they experiencing some of the same things that I'm experiencing, right? So it's nothing about, oh, he think he Mr. Know-it-all. No, it's because I done went through that experience too. And since I talked and asked certain questions so they could provide me the answers to my unanswered questions, I can provide it to some of the drivers that's going through the same things that I went through. That's how we work it here. I do know here in Florida, they have changed a lot of rules and a lot more people are dashing more than ever. But I'm willing to learn anything I need to learn so I can get my dasher status back up. Okay. In your market, I'm going to ask you again, is the EBT in Jacksonville, Florida? EBT is earned by time. That's what I'm trying to find out so I can provide you the right information. Let's see. EBT screen gonna look just like that right there. Okay. Now I'm getting ready to give you a video to look at that's going to help you. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go to my playlist. That's why I'm here. This is the purpose of my channel. It is an informative. I give informative videos, informative tutorial courses. Let me go ahead. That's what my channel's about. Let me go to my playlist. Okay, for you, you're gonna need to look at Earn by Time right here. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see it real good. Earn by Time Volume 1. That's what it looks like right there. Now, when you go there, I have timestamps in my video. The reason why I have timestamps, so you can look at it as a table of content. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm saying you welcome Natasha, and I'm saying you welcome also to Huck Smash, cause he's real good moderator in here. Both of them are good moderators, and they have a positivity and all of this. Okay, to earn by time. I explain my case study and my research here. Trials, errors, mistakes, all type of stuff I tried to do. And I learned with that EBT, if Charles still in here, I'm getting ready to answer this question by showing a formula. I show that formula in that video, in that tutorial course series. Okay, and earn by time, what's the your active hour right now? What is it in Jville? Is it 1325 or 1350? We're gonna go ahead and use mine. It's 1350. But it went up to 1550 because it is peak pay. That's because of peak pay. Right? 1350 divided by 60 minutes is going to equal 0.22 cents per prorated minute that you getting paid on earned by time. I say it again, 22.5 cents per prorated hour that you getting paid on a $13.50 active hour pay. Because if you don't make that out, there's a prorated amount. It's a prorated amount for the active hour, and it's a prorated amount for peak pay. So what are you talking about? I'm talking about there's a prorated amount for base pay. The reason why I keep looking around, because I've seen the same car and circle me about 20 times. I'm getting ready to drive behind that person and ask them what's going on. But back to what I'm saying. Base pay. There's a prorated amount for base pay. There's a prorated amount for peak pay. There's a peak pay calculation too. You have to learn how to do in that formula. I tell all that information off in the Earn by Time Edition Volume 1 series right there in my playlist. Then if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I have my business inquiry phone number on my About page. I'm here to help drivers. You know, it's not I'm Mr. Know-It-All, none of this, but I'm here to help drivers. And I'm going to use an analogy so people can understand about it. Like I'm lagging a little bit too. It happens in this area. The other day, when they turned the water off, and I'm sharing some information with those that if you in extreme weather conditions dealing with snow and ice, your power gets shut off or your water get turned off, you done used all your water. You done filled your tubs up and all this, you done used all your water up. Listen what I'm getting ready to say. Plus, I'm using it as an analogy also. It's a lesson in the analogy that I'm getting ready to give you for when you have harsh winter conditions where your water turn off. And it's going to be an analogy to get ready to teach you what I'm getting ready to talk about. You didn't use all the water in there, right? You're like, I don't have any water. I can't flush the toilets. I just don't have any water. You got water in that hot water tank. Some people got 40 gallons to 80 gallons of water. So you still have water. What you got to do, you got to drain that water out, put it in the tub, buckets or whatever. You got extra supply of water. But make sure you turn that breaker off. And reason why you got to turn that breaker off is because if that cold water, when it comes back on, hit them hot elements, it's going to short them elements and burn them out. Then you're going to have your hot water tank repaired or replaced. And Huck Smash can kind of identify with that because he know about maintenance and all of that. So if I'm wrong, he's in here to correct me. So I would have shared that information with the neighbors over here in this community. And my daughter, she right there. So I told her about it because she didn't know. Okay, so they don't like me, the neighbors. So I couldn't tell them that information because they wouldn't have received it anyway. But she told them. When she told them, they did it. So when you got people that don't like you and you got information that can help them, so we need to be mindful of how we treat people because you never know who knows what and vice versa. Now, I'm not the type of content creator and I'm not the type of person that if I got some information I can help you with, I would share it with you. But if you hate me to a point to where you always aggressively addressing me with your hatred, I'm not going to give you that information. That's the analogy I was using right there. So I'm here to help people. And I'm going to say something else. If I'm a content creator that don't have passion in what I do, listen to what I'm saying. If I don't have passion in what I do, that means I got to like what I'm doing, enjoy what I'm doing, and I got to enjoy being around people, communicating with people, interacting with people. Now, if I don't have that passion in me, then I don't have any valuable information for you because I'm all about myself. So if I don't have passion, then I don't need to be making content. If I have passion, that's going to drive me to make content. Selfless, not selfish, selfless, unselfish ambitions, okay? To where I want to help people genuinely so you can get value. So I can give you what you want and what you need from this content. I got 10 people in here and I only got 1 thumbs up. That's crazy. This information here, a lot of people will be charging for it. So my only price is if it's 9 people in here now, get them thumbs up so somebody else can get this content and help them. Because the very ones that comes in this space lurking, they need to give me a thumbs up too. Because I goes on their channel, I'm going to give them a thumbs up. If I'm just lurking, you provide me some information that's helping me. Whether I like you or not, I'm still going to give you a thumbs up. You see what I'm saying? So people can get this. The problem is there's a lot of drivers out here don't want to admit that they don't know how to work this program. This program is set up as a process of eliminations, and drivers going to be the one eliminating themselves because they too thirsty and greedy and think they more entitled than other drivers and think they supposed to get all the best orders and you don't. That's not how the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. And these programs getting ready to null and void that type of mindset. That's the reason why I'm asking drivers. When drivers tell me, I don't even have to ask. When drivers tell me, I already know by experience, I can't get on block. I can't get on schedule. I already know you're not a top dasher. You see, so the loophole I was talking about earlier, and I can draw it on a piece of paper. If you have no pad, just draw a straight line, boom, do the cross, put top dasher, non-top dasher, 100% completion rate, 100% completion rate, 5-star customer rating, 5-star customer rating, 97% acceptance rate, 3% acceptance rate. See, back in the days, the acceptance rating didn't matter. I'm accepting 97% of my orders. You declining 97% of your orders. Just say you and I the only dasher in that whole area. So if I'm accepting everything, you declining everything, where them orders gonna go to and who they going to? They're gonna go to me. So when it goes to me, the next order that's in line could be the best order. Guess who's gonna get the order and guess who's not gonna get the order? That was the old technique being used, and a lot of drivers was getting beat down, not getting the money that they deserve because of that technique. Now the playing field beginning to level out and it's going in the opposite direction, right? So since it's going in the opposite direction, and you can tell when a program get ready to come to your area because you're going to get all kind of updates in the previous program before that program. I know by experience, sharing that information. You see, I know more than that. That's the reason why I'm gonna build a website. You're gonna have to have a membership, small fee, because it's not fair for subscribers when they getting this information and then people not subscribed getting the same information to you, and they feel like, well, I don't need to subscribe because I'm getting the same information Johnny getting. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that, put it on a website right there. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're gonna have to pay a little bit for this information. That's free. I hear them arguing with themselves, and they try their best not to say my name, but I know that's who they're talking about. How is he able to do it? And I'm showing you. All you gotta do is look at the video from the beginning to the end. You're gonna see how I'm doing it. I'm not hiding anything. What I'm doing is legal. But no, I don't like him. I just get little bits and pieces, and boom. Okay, keep on being biased, and you're gonna start losing money. My thing is, those drivers that's like that try to encourage my subscribers, or shall I say our subscribers, because we on this channel here, try to come at our subscribers and tell them don't listen to me. Then when you start listening to them, now it's hard for you to schedule on your blocks. I know I used to listen to them back in the day. They don't pay my bills and they don't pay yours, but I will take time to give this information out, and this information is free, very free. For how long it's going to be free is where I'm going to draw the line and make the decision. You see, I can't keep giving free information out like this when there's people taking advantage of others for this information. You will subscribe to this person, not. Both of y'all in the same market. You can't make your money because this person that didn't subscribe got the same information you got. You just don't know it. So will it be fair to you if I don't have a VIP membership service for the loyal subscribers? The way y'all get this little secret sauce, they got to be on the outside looking in, because it's not fair to the subscribers. And then you going against these drivers as competitors. I'm just being straight up about it. As competitors, you wonder why they run a circle around you every time you turn around. I'm sitting here at the restaurant. 20 drivers done went in. 20 then came out with a package. I'm not getting in it. Why are you still sitting there? It's time to move around. I know I done experienced before. There's an area I can't even go over there. Period. I go over there, I'm not gonna get anything because everybody gravitating to all the catering orders. And every order is not a catering order, ladies and gentlemen. There's only a certain amount of catering orders over there. And that's in anybody's market. Now, you in a market where it's real lucrative, you're going to get some of them catering orders. But you can tell when it dries up, them orders look like they far and few in between. And I know people understand where I'm coming from. And I know people can relate to what I'm saying because you're experiencing some of the things I'm talking about right now. So that's the reason why I wanted to talk about them top 10 cities. That's why I wanted to talk about them programs that was in those cities. So you can be able to have some knowledge and understand and identify why there are other people making money and you're not. There are certain programs in certain cities the way you can't get them catering orders like you used to where that same city can have, you take that program away and put that tier program in there, they bang it. I'm telling you that EBT is a different type of beast. It's a different type of beast. It's science and it is also mathematical formula. It's math and science. And if you don't study your own historical data, you're not going to never win. You're going to always be behind the 8 ball, losing. Because the deep red dispatch system, which is the AI, Brother Al, knows your historical data. So why you don't know it? Now I gave you that. That's a lot of information there. When you get ready to look at that, Tosh, you know, I got some more information. Anybody here, new drivers, veteran drivers, intermediate drivers, salted dog drivers, all of you need this information. What I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to give 2 playlists, tutorials for drivers that seriously want to make their money during the season of these programs. Listen to what I'm saying. During the season of these programs. All right, let's do it. That's one of the playlists right there. Okay. You're gonna have to study this bad boy. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Kind of simplify it a little bit. This is the other one on the playlist you need to look at. If you put this with the Earn by Time course, you'll be able to make money, and everybody gonna wonder how you making it, and they can't make it. Don't believe me? Start paying attention to them other channels. They be almost ready to say my name, but they catch themselves. I don't see how this content create. I'm finna ask him what's going on. He coming through here too much. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him. Because if I wasn't here, he'd be pulled up over there. I'm gonna ask him. You're welcome, and you're welcome. Reason why I'm saying that, because I want to provide information that's gonna have value for you and help you earn a living. I can tell just as good when a content creator is using my technique and they talk about it in their video. I knew they was watching, but they won't get that thumb up though. But they got value out of the content. I know because I pay attention to their content. I observe things, ladies and gentlemen, from a different pair of lens. So I know who's watching me. And I can tell when they do content, I'm talking about the content creators, that you done took some sauce from me. And what you supposed to, because I'm giving it out there, free, right? But you won't give me that thumbs up though, but I'm helping you. So help me help others get the same value of information and content that was valuable for you. Then you was able to create content off of it. Tell you now, I'm a different type of content creator. I'm not bragging. Now, this right here, when you go into it, right, you're not gonna be able to do what I'm doing now because I'm on, they call YouTube Studio. So I'm showing you, I'm welcoming you inside my house right now. I'm getting ready to open the refrigerator up and ask you what type of meal you want out the refrigerator. So I'm opening my house up to you. All right, I'm gonna go to my edit video in YouTube. I'm gonna go to my description box. I go to my description box. This is where the information at, ladies and gentlemen. Right off in the description. So when you go to my video, you're going to go to the description box. The reason why I went to the YouTube Studio, so I wouldn't have to play the video. Well, you could have paused it and all that. No, I want to go this way to you. So I'm allowing you to come in my house right now as a special guest. So as a host to my guests, I'm getting ready to go in here and say, okay, I can make 5 of these different meals here. Which meal do you want me to prepare today for my special guest? That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so check it out. Information is right here, what you need to know in the description box. I can tell just as good when people look at my material, they don't never look at this. All right. These are the timestamps, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when you in my if I was in my regular video, they will be highlighted blue. Okay. For a person that's first time looking at my content, this is the table of content for you. All right. Then it can be also used as a timestamp to bookmark, to where if you stop that 4-point timestamp 0454 where it says it's about the deep red dispatch system. Okay, I don't have time to look at it right now, but I'm gonna stop right at this timestamp. I'm gonna bookmark it, and then I can go back to it. Then you got subtopics here, so you won't be lost them whole 3 hours looking. I'd have been on a live stream looking at a person 3 hours, and it's hard to find information like that, right? I made it available to where you can find it right there with my timestamp. That's why my timestamp is there. That's why I put all that hard work in there. Check what I'm doing. This gives you an avenue to where you can use it as a table of content. The question you may be wanting to know, the answer is somewhere in here. The way you ain't got to look at the whole video to find it. You look at the table of content. Wait a minute now. This look close to the question that I was asking. Let me check this out. Timestamp 1415. Okay, you check timestamp 1415. Boom. That was the answer to your question. I'm just saying. Learn how to utilize the material that the DoorDash revolution took hours and hours to prepare for you. Use it as a table of content. I got a question. Oops, that looked like that might be the topic that will answer my question. Whoop, there it is. If not, He got his phone number. I'm finna ask him, or he's finna come on live again. I'm getting ready to ask him about it. This is very important. I done heard them argue with each other, and they done sit there, had a team go into my material, but they never look at this stuff. 1940. I'm going to read what 1940 say. In 1940, from the bag of what I just got through saying before I read 1940. Time step 1940. This is not shade, but proof provided for our viewers. Oh, I'm teaching today. I'm teaching the class today. I just got through saying that 30 seconds ago. So 1940 timestamp just bagged me up. This is not shade, but proof provided for our viewers. Stop listening to the naysayers, the negative Nancy's and the babbling Bobs. That's what that's telling you. Go to 1940 right there and see what I'm talking about. You're going to be able to relate to some of the things that I'm saying because you're going through some of the things I've already been through. I'm teaching today. See, so this is how you use it. Well, he talks hard, he talks rough, he talks down to you. No, I'm not talking down to you. Not the ones that's wanting to learn. I'm not even talking down to the ones that's guilty of what I'm talking about. But quit trying to convince people that want to learn not to learn. So yeah, this is how you can tell that I'm in my studio there. But we're gonna also go to, was that the first one? Let me make sure was that the first one or the last one I was in. I get excited. I get a joy. I got a passion to teach. I have a passion and a joy to put in all this hard work, burn the midnight oil. I have a passion for this, you see. So it's never boring to me. And since I said that, I got to talk about something that disturbed me the other night. I'm hearing two content creators talking about how boring this community is, how boring the content is, how boring it is, and it ain't a place for them, and they're gonna move on. It's not boring to me. You want to know why it's not boring to me? Because I have a passion. So that tells me them two individuals don't have a passion for this here. They jumped in it, figure they're gonna make some quick maybe not quick money, but easy money. The new term for lazy is easy. Did you hear what I just said? The new term for being lazy is it got to be easy. I was taught anything that was worthwhile having, you're gonna have to work for that thing so you can appreciate that thing. Oh, I'm talking today. And I'm teaching today. You see, quit listening to the negative Nancy's and the babbling Bobs, or you're going to be losing 30% of your earnings. I guarantee you. Guess who you're going to have to come back to get the information from? And I have it here provided for you too. All you gotta do is say he didn't told me how to use how to do this thing. He showed us how to do this thing. Wow, he's right. Wow, he took all of this time and preparation just to do this for the viewers. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because guess what? I'm a driver just like you that didn't know this information once upon a time too. Trying to figure out why I'm losing money today. When I was a non-top dasher in the EBT program, I lost 60% of my earnings, ladies and gentlemen. Earnings, 60%. I was used to making $100 in 2 hours, $150 in 3 hours, $175 in 4 hours, to where it took 10 to 12 hours to make $100, or 14 hours to make $100. I lost a lot of earnings, ladies and gentlemen. And so have you, in this program, listening to the wrong information being put out there to the public. So in other words, I am you. That's why I don't mind sharing this information. When I say I feel your pain, it's because I feel that pain. Losing 60% of your earnings? The way you can't make $1,000 a week to only barely making 400, 7 days a week, something wrong with that picture. Telling you now, I've been there, done that. I try to share my story with you with live stream ride-alongs. I sit down, I put hours and tons of hours burning that midnight oil so you can get that right information to help you. To help you. I feel the frustration of drivers. I hear drivers talking about it all the time. I'd be like, I already told you how to do it. Then somebody turn around chirping their ear and say, no, you don't need to listen to that. And then next thing you know, man, I ain't making no money. Well, brother, why you not making that money? What's the problem? Man, this program, man, first of all, have you identified with a super saturated market? Have you identified everybody want that same type of order you want? So how do you solve that problem? Well, I only work this feature of the program. Why? Why not work both of them? Why not learn and master the skill how to work both of them features and learn when to maximize on one feature and know when to shut it down and maximize on the other feature? Because we too thirsty and we too greedy. And we losing money on the outcome of it. And a lot of us gonna mess around and get deactivated. Because there's a lot of drivers don't know how to use this program. And I'm talking about veteran drivers too. I'm talking about 5 years plus. Reason why they don't know nothing about this program, because this program was new to all of us. I don't care if you got 20 years experience in this business. I don't care if you got 40,000 deliveries. You never met this program before, then you don't know about this program until you do what? Experience it. That means you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to gather data. That means you're going to have to do research. That means you're going to have to understand how things work. So when people ask me questions, I know I'm helping somebody. The people that laugh at the ones that ask questions, you want to ask, but you didn't. She asked a good question. I'm going to tell you why it was a good question, because I asked that same question. I asked the same question she asked. So how do I find the answer to this question? I went out and did my case study and research so that I could provide information for other drivers that's going to have that same question too, that are willing to ask me. I got a question here. I just can't figure this thing out. You've been through this thing. Did you have the same experience? Yes, I did. And then I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you the answer. So in my book, it ain't no dumb question, but the question that you don't ask is the dumb question of the year. When you don't ask it, or ask, you don't know who know the information that might help you. That goes for me. You know, so My thing is, I dropped some more powerful information, and I talked about them 10 top cities. I got to put in a lot of time to get my keywords together. I got to break down. I may have to shut the video down so I can break it down to get it right. Put my time stamps in it. I already got a I'm finna hang this phone up. I'm finna ready to end this live. I'm getting ready to ask this person why they keep circling around my daughter-in-law place. I'm getting ready to talk to y'all later. I done talked to y'all about over an hour and 30 minutes now. We had a good time. I had a good time. I enjoy giving you this information. I really do enjoy it. I had to learn this stuff the hard way. I did 150 deliveries in a row to get my ratings at 100 completion, 100 acceptance rating, 5.0 customer rating. I done had that 5.0 customer rating for 8 consecutive weeks because I done found out a secret on how to keep it. I shared it off in them videos I just got through showing. You see, so anybody want to ask me anything and I can help you, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna help you. You know, I don't even want my worst enemy to go through the struggle I went through, losing 60% of my earnings. That left a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't want people and drivers to go through the stress I went through. Let's see. I don't want people to go through that. It will mess you up mentally. You will have some sleepless nights when you 60% of your earnings, you're in the hole and you got bills to pay. That ain't no good feeling. So that's why I provide this information. That's why my information not boring to me. That's why I got a passion. That's why, to help people. Because my alternative motive is to help you survive in this game and make money until you find something else to do. We're gonna be providing resources. I'm getting ready to end the live in a second. I got something else to share right quick before I go. You know, let me do this here and then I'm gonna get ready and go. Yeah, I'm gonna go to my community post and then I'm gonna let y'all go. This is called Share the Knowledge. Share the knowledge. People that have been watching my channel, there's a change that done took place on my channel right there. That means I'm making some power moves in the community. We're going to be providing experts to be on this channel that's going to help you. All right. Promote your brand extravaganza. Okay. The National Black Business Month. That means I'm making connections. Okay. Deep Red Dispatch System so you can understand DoorDash artificial intelligence. Okay. The Earn by Time Volume 1. When you can't schedule and everything, and you forced to be on EBT and forced to get orders you don't want, you're gonna learn how to maximize your earnings. Special guest interviews. I will have interviews with delivery drivers and I will have interviews with business owners. They're going to be in 2 categories. I will be again doing the employee of the month and take it to the streets morning show. I knew she was familiar. She's a delivery driver. Yep. So my thing is this here. I'm organizing my structure of my platform for promoting businesses and supporting businesses by providing information that can help you and everything. That's what we own. I feel good about this thing. The vision that was given to me. So I got a passion for it. So that's what my playlist is going to be used. Also, I want to talk about one more thing. And then I'm going to let y'all go. All right, it was on a regular video. Whoa, let me put it on, let me do it like this here. I got to put it on YouTube Studio so I can let you see it. I got a new addition to my channel. I want to share with people right now. All right, video, boom. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is my new project. How to cook craving flavors from the Doordash Revolution. It's going to be Doordash recipes from Doordash delivery drivers or gig work drivers. That's, you know, you was at that restaurant, you had a good taste for that food, going, that food didn't taste good. You said, oh, I could cook it better than them. That's what we're going to be talking about. That and restaurants and interacting, it's going to be a powerful thing right here. I did an introduction on when I'm going to get ready and I'm going to get on that grill. You see that right there? Check the community post out. That's my mango pineapple salsa salmon and my shrimp Creole boil right there. We're going to be doing some of that there. Ask delivery drivers, ask DoorDash drivers, and ask my company craving for flavors finna get launched, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finna take you on that journey as well. So that is it. I done basically said everything I needed to say. I basically stayed on course on the vision that I have, and I'm gonna be doing some greater things. We are gonna be doing some greater things. And I have a co-host now, and I thank Hulk Smash for being a co-host. And TFT then started creating content now, and he got my undivided attention and support as he needed. You know, and we're gonna support him like he supported us. You know, other content creators I'm going to be helping. As I said before, as a small content creator, I'm gonna help other content creators with what I know. Now, what I don't know, I'm not gonna speak on. But what I do know, I'm gonna help you with what I know. You know, and everything. If it's to motivate you, to keep you going, the number one key thing that content creators need to know when you're a new content creator is, do you have a passion for what you do? And if you have a passion, you got a purpose. That's my exit word for the day speech for you, or food for thought. If you have a passion, then you have a purpose. There goes the determination. Peace. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. Y'all take care. And we'll see you in the next video. And if you got any questions later on, you know, you can type them in that government business inquiry phone number, and I'll get back with you. Because losing 60% of your earnings, that ain't no joke, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to hear another driver losing that amount of money. Before you do that, get in touch with me so we make sure you won't lose that kind of income. Telling you that right there puts you in the poorhouse for real. All right, peace. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.